Carol Fry-Bolin and Don Williams from Fresno State.
Hi. Our segment continues the discussion on interdisciplinary partnerships in light of the Common Core and the next generation science standards. Don Williams in physics and I are representing our campus's Liberal Studies STEM concentration area team, which currently includes faculty from 5 colleges on the Fresno State campus. Next slide. On this slide, you see the cover of the 164-page document that State Superintendent of Public Instruction Tom Torlakson presented to the State Board of Education last month. The purpose of this document is to serve as a guide for California legislators as they develop a new assessment system for California. It refers to the state science standards, which are to be adopted by this coming fall, and the development of state assessments that are consistent with smarter balanced and Common Core assessments, like the constructed response items and performance tasks. And here you see an excerpt from the volume's introduction, noting that, as we've been talking about, the Common Core state standards call for a more integrated approach to delivering instruction across all subjects. And on the next slide, in the last presentation, Ruth provided an excellent overview of how science and literacy can be integrated. And the Venn diagram on this slide, which was developed by Tina Chuk from the Understanding Language Initiative at Stanford, depicts the areas of intersection and uniqueness among the standards for mathematical practice, science and engineering practices, and student portraits in the English language arts and literacy standards. For example, an area of overlap is constructing viable arguments based upon evidence and critiquing the reasoning of others. And this isn't the only way that the various elements can be arranged in the Venn diagram, but we think the graphic provides a convenient starting point for discussion when planning to develop integrated curriculum. And next slide. And this leads us to our team's current challenge, which is developing a new liberal studies STEM concentration area. We plan to develop new courses or to modify existing courses to take a more interdisciplinary approach to integrate the STEM areas, while also providing more in-depth coverage of engineering and physics, which are fields that many future elementary school teachers tend to have little experience with. And the goal is to develop an exciting, cutting-edge new concentration designed to develop confidence and competence in the STEM areas. A concentration area consists of 4 courses, a lead-in course from the major, and 3 electives. And our team is currently considering the 4 courses shown here for the new concentration. We see environmental, earth, and life sciences, physics, pedagogy, and outreach, which you'll hear a little bit more about. Exploring engineering, we have a team of 4 faculty in the Lyles College of Engineering who are representing their particular area of engineering who are working on this, along with science education faculty person, Fred. And you've seen Fred making some comments here today. And the last one, engineering, technology, and society. And we're hoping to incorporate elements of service learning and outreach in these courses when possible. And now I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Don Williams, who is the Pied Piper of physics, who will describe his exciting physics pedagogy and outreach course that will be included in that new concentration area.
Very good, Carol, team member, and welcome all the rest of you team members. I'm glad to hear so many people involved. It's really exciting to me. I just want to give you a really brief history, real quick history. A couple years ago, maybe about 2.5 years ago, we were sitting in a faculty meeting and decided we got to get the science to spread out to the people. So I grabbed a couple colleagues and our administrative assistant, lined up some schools, and we went out and started doing physics demos. You know how fun they are. Well, then my department head said, why don't you make it a service learning course? So we turned it into a service learning course, and sure enough, about 1.5 years ago, I started teaming up with industry. There's some labs here in town. And then about 1 year ago, I teamed up with Carol over in the education department. Very exciting. She's coined the name P-Cubed. I love it, the Pied Piper of Physics. And basically what we do, guys, is we load up a van on Friday with a whole bunch of great demos, and we go out to schools, community events. We do TV spots a lot of times, too, and we also go to the industry, too, and do tours and things like that. And then also the benefits of this, I kind of broke it down in a few categories. My students, personally, they're going to be teachers. They gain confidence, and I notice we've mentioned that a lot. You know, preparation and confidence go hand in hand. If you don't prepare, you're not going to be confident, right? And then we teach excitement and enthusiasm. And, of course, they get recruited, too. My students are observed by other schools and principals watching them teach, and they get recruited. I've already had many of my students get very good jobs. And they also get to check out many different grades. We actually go from preschool all the way up to college. And so they get to see if they like these kind of different education levels. And then one of the big things we teach, too, is misconceptions. We know how many misconceptions there are out there. And then as far as the category of the teachers at the schools, they also learn, too, right? They learn from watching. And then, of course, they end up networking with us. We hook up with them, and we communicate. And then as far as the learners out there, we actually go, of course, they get excited about hands-on experiences. Everything we do is hands-on. And so they get excited, and they talk to their parents and all that. And that leads me to my final comment is about the community. I know how important it is to get the community excited. And we are a very diverse population here in this valley. So we are reaching out to the Hispanic population, the Hmong population, everybody. So that's kind of my program in a nutshell. And if you guys ever get a chance, we do a few things on YouTube. We started a Facebook page and all that, and I highly advise that. All right, Carol, I'll let you bring any more comments in if you want.
Actually, we could back it up really quickly to the Physics Pedagogy and Outreach course. The one after that?
Sure.
Slide after this one? There.
Sorry.
Right before that, right. So this is a 3-semester unit course, and it's 2 hours of lecture, followed by 3-hour service learning outreach experience the next day. So Don will be going out this afternoon. As soon as we're off here, he'll go out to his second of 2. He does 3 hours in the morning. The students could choose the morning segment or the afternoon segment to go to and to participate in. So he will be at a high school. And we think that it's really important for our future elementary school teachers to experience all levels, middle school and high school. And we also like to incorporate some engineering students and physics students in the class. And we find that this is real beneficial to the liberal studies students. And on the next page, you see
we have just under 2 minutes, Carol.
Oh, okay. Some physics concepts that are covered. And on the next page, you see this is what happened last semester. 25 different schools and 8 districts were visited, and you see the breakdown, as well as the hospital, which was a very wonderful experience for everyone, and the media coverage that Don was talking about. And you see the feedback right there. Again, not afraid to teach science anymore. Would like to pursue the foundational level general science credential in addition to the multiple subject credential, and their excitement about seeing the students excited about physics. And the next page, the final page in ours, is the Mathematics and Science Teacher Initiative support for these students. I direct this effort, Misty, on our campus. We want to really facilitate connections with national, state, and local professional communities. So all the students have given membership in CSTA and NSTA, as well as CMC and NCTM. We support attendance at STEM-related workshops and conferences in California, and we provide free CSAT workshops and pedagogy courses for the students who want to add on that foundational level credential, as well as reimbursement for CSAT and credential application fees. And we want to find ways to also help celebrate and promote student accomplishments and help the students to solidify their identity as confident and respected teachers of science and math.